Mm-mm-mm. Well, girl. Alexis, girl, your slip showing, mama. Your slip is showing. And I know she means well. I know she does. But, love, this is not the way. This is not the way. She is not a girl's girl. She is not a girl's girl. Anyway, hey, y'all. Welcome to my channel. My name is Belle. This is the Belle Perspective, and I'm here today to talk about Ready to Love. This is season 9, episode 6. Closed mouths don't get fed. Okay. Well, it seemed like a whole lot of mouths was open in this episode, talking too much. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, I talk about reality TV, books, movies, all kinds of things. I just run my mouth about all kinds of things on this channel. So if you're looking for an internet community, you found one, go ahead and subscribe. If you're returning, hey girl, hey person, hey, you already know the drill. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the episode. And don't forget to like this video before you leave. Let's get into it. So the women have the power, right? Or we actually come back from the cliffhanger. So Will's little dusty trifling ass he called Koshia and Mika to the carpet. We end up finding out that Koshia goes home. Not a huge surprise because I feel like I saw in one of the previews that LaRon was basically on a get back mission, a mission of revenge. So I assumed that it was Koshia that was going to go home. In the confessionals, Koshia was saying everything that Will is saying is going in one ear and out the other. Mika said the reason why Will put me on the chopping block is because he doesn't like me. And I personally feel like there was some sort of conspiracy. Not gonna lie to you, because why did Koshia and Mika, the two girls that are friends, right? Anyway, we'll see. So Koshia goes home. The women have the power, and the topic of conversation for this episode was non-negotiables. Now, I thought that was a little late, because why are we talking about intimacy before we talk about non-negotiables? Because I'm not trying to get intimate with nobody who could potentially be a non-negotiable, right? I said, y'all get it together. We should have flip-flopped this one. Non-negotiable should have been last week, and intimacy should have been this week, okay? But whatever, okay? Whatever. So Mika says that even though she survived elimination, she's not changing her approach. And I'm thinking to myself, Mika, girl, just go home. Because I don't see you here with nobody. I don't see you here with any of these men. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Mika and Justin, but I think I learned a little bit more about Justin today, and we'll talk about it in just a second. But I don't think any men are here for Mika. Like, I really don't. Outside of potentially Justin, which, again, I don't even know if that's going to be a thing. There's nobody else here for Mika. I think she should go home. She said she's not changing her approach. Maybe you should just change and go home, right? Anyway, okay, so we get some dates. We see Justin and Rashina. I think Rashina is cool. She's a cool girl. They go salsa dancing. Justin says he was hoping for some chips and salsa. I ain't gonna lie. Justin is funny to me. I like Justin. Now, if I were single and ready to mingle, Justin would be on my list. Okay, he would be on my list. I still got my good eye on him, but he would be on my list of eligible bachelors. Okay. Justin is a little bit nervous, but I like the way he handles his nervousness, right? He's still cool and calm with it. And he's very open. You know, it's easy for you to kind of like flirt with him and have a conversation. It's cool. He's cool. He's not dead or boring. Okay. So that's cool. I still don't feel like Rashina is going to be the woman that he goes with, because Rashina has already, they're not in this, they don't really relate to each other like that. Right. So that's the dangerous thing about Justin. He can flirt with anybody. He a flirt, okay? He can fit in with anyone. So you'll never really truly know if he's a yes or no in your book or in his book, because he can flirt with anyone. So, but again, Rashina, yeah, she's like 7 years older than him. She's got kids. I don't know. Like, let's be for real, all right? I'm not saying that people with children can't date people without children. I'm not saying that, but me as a person with no children, my preference is going to be to date a person who does not have children. Like, if I had to pick, right, out of all the people, I would pick somebody who doesn't have children, right? And so I could see that while somebody might be open to dating someone with children, without is just so much easier, right? Because we have so much more in common. Anyway, but to not saying that it's not possible. So anyway, I say all that to say we're moving on, okay? So Alexis and Chaz, I said, you know what? Alexis, this how I knew you's the messy bit. You the problem, Alexis. You are the problem. And She keeps saying that, I don't have time for the catty bullshit, the high school women, all this other stuff. And I'm saying to myself, well, Alexis, what are you doing? Because all these other women have the issue with you. All these women have issue with you. So all these women in the wrong except for you? Okay, girl, I don't know, right? Okay, so she goes on a date with Chaz, and instead of honing in on getting to know Chaz, she wants to ask him how he feels about Koshia going home. I immediately threw my notebook on the floor. I said, Alexis, girl, go away from me with this, girl. I don't know what her agenda is. She want to save these niggas so bad. And here's the thing. We saw it last week, right? Alexis want to save these niggas so bad, but these niggas don't have no problem violating her space or violating her period if they felt like it was deemed necessary or if they wanted to. Like, that's my thing. I'm like, girl, you going out of your way for niggas who will not do the same for you. So Chaz is like, well, okay, so why do you not feel bad that Koshia left? Because Chaz was like, she got emotional. She was able to be vulnerable. Chaz was like, what's wrong, right? She was like, well, she get what she get. And, that's what it is. You get what you give. I said, now, girl, again, you on a date with some man and you rather talk about Koshia getting sent home and this what she get? Girl, if you don't get away from me with this bullshit. I said, girl, that's messy. And here's the thing. What happens in the lounge stays in the lounge. And that's been the problem. Your ass been running your mouth. You running your mouth with Chaz. You running your mouth with Will. You running your mouth with Jonathan. You running your mouth. And this is what got you in this situation in the first place. Shut your mouth. I don't understand. And it's unnecessary talk. Because Chaz ain't even asked for it. This is unsolicited chatter. Okay? Anyway. All right, so they hit it off. He wanted to kiss her, but he didn't push forward. I like the way Chaz handled himself. He said, I'm not going to kiss her because I'm dating multiple women, so I ain't trying to kiss all up on these women. That's just not a line across. I appreciate that. I appreciate that thought process because Child, had it been any other nigga like a Will or a Jonathan, Child would have been slobbing everybody down if they could, okay? Vanessa, Will, Patrice, and Alonzo. Baby, Vanessa is not feeling William, and she was looking for any type of way to come up with an excuse to say why she wasn't feeling Will. First of all, she gave the nigga the wrong number, and I feel like she did that shit on purpose, okay? So Alonzo and Patrice, Child, they locked in, okay? They really like each other. Patrice and William like each other, and William was trying to get to know Vanessa, but he got the wrong phone number, allegedly. Okay, so he was trying to, include her in the conversation, but Vanessa just felt standoffish, like she wasn't giving him the time of day, like she wasn't checking for William at all. Okay, which is fine, that's a prerogative. But then in confessional, she was complaining, saying she felt like she was watching Patrice being sandwiched in between two men. I said, well, girl, Will was trying to have a little conversation with you, girl, but your faces and your body language was giving nigga please. So I don't know. But anyway, so he said, I tried to reach out to you. I tried to text you. You didn't respond. She looks at the phone number. She said, oh, you have an extra digit. And then they talk about non-negotiables. Then he says that he works out a lot. Vanessa takes that and says, if you're going to be working out a lot, I have kids and I need you to be home. Girl, are you fucking kidding? You can actually work out and still take care of a family. Like, for real, if he's going to be working out a lot, I'm not going to be able to go. We're not. Girl, you just looking for any other excuse. Just say you don't like him. For whatever reason, just say you don't like him. I feel like there may be more to the story. I don't know. We'll probably hopefully we find out about it at the reunion, because that just felt like a cop-out to me. Again, Alonzo and Patrice, Alonzo putting the pressure on Patrice, child. He putting that pressure on her, child. I'm not mad at it. Okay? So we get Mika and Dominique. I said, why? Why? Girl, this nigga want to have kids. You do not want to have kids. He trying to convince you to have kids, but what for? We find out later on in the deliberation that Mika said that Dominique only reach out to her when it's getting close to time for elimination. I said, yeah, that's what I thought about. Dominique ain't for real, y'all. Dominique is not for real. He is not for real. Okay. And then they talk about non-negotiables. I said having kids is a non-negotiable. Why are we still at the table? Okay. Having kids is a non-negotiable, should be a non-negotiable. It sounds like it's a non-negotiable to Dominique. And it also sounds like a non-negotiable for Mika. So if the topic of conversation is non-negotiables and you got a non-negotiable that he doesn't agree with, why the fuck y'all still at the table? I don't understand. We still doing this. All right. Anyway. Maya and Justin, okay? Justin, we find out here with Justin that he does want to have kids, okay? Now, not to say that he didn't, let me backtrack. Not to say that he hasn't said that he does want kids, but I feel like he was making exceptions for the particular woman that he was talking to. But deep down in his soul, he knows that he does want to have kids, right? So I do want kids, but in the event that I don't have them or I can't, blah, 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 I'll make the exception to the rule. But I don't think that's what he really wants. I think he personally really wants kids, and he wants to date somebody without kids, which makes sense, okay? Again, I know there's a whole debate about women dating, not women, but people who with kids should date people with kids, and people without kids should date people without kids. Like, I think you should date whoever you want, but I don't think that people who have children should be like, oh, I only want to date people without kids. It's like, that's an uneven playing field, right? I feel like that's where I started to kind of side eye, like, okay, maybe you would have more in common with somebody who has kids just like you, right? Anyway, that's where I start kind of. Now I know y'all gonna light me up in the damn comments for that, but again, I just feel like it's an even playing field. It's, you have more relatable, you can blend your families, things like that. I just think that that's a little bit more realistic. So anyway, Justin is such a flirt that I can't tell if he really like these women or not. I could tell he flirting with Maya. I think he's attracted to her, but I can't tell if he really like her, because the conversation didn't seem like much of nothing, y'all. Get in the comments and tell me what y'all think. I just felt like it wasn't much of nothing, right? But he's still handsome though. He cute. The way he was talking, I love me a country boy, baby. I love me a country boy. What? I don't like it from up north, y'all. I don't like New York accents. I don't like none of that. Baby, give me somebody from Virginia, girl, Georgia, Florida, deep Florida, Texas, girl, Mississippi, Alabama, girl, Louisiana, girl. Give me one of them. Oh, yes, I'll take it. I love, girl, anyway, okay, I don't went off. But, I was listening to Justin. I was like, okay, come on here with the come on here from Mississippi. Come on. Anyway. All right, so who else am I talking about? Rashina, Jonathan, Will. Oh, this little date was weird. This little date was weird. So I could see Rashina trying to, add a little sauce to it or whatever, but they was so dry. Like, their personalities are so dry. And I'm trying to put my finger on what it is. I know Will is definitely a Kevin Samuel night, okay? I know he is, and Jonathan got some secrets, and he just not a safe space, y'all. He really isn't a safe space, and it's disappointing because I thought Jonathan was gonna be a good dude, but anyway, Will says he doesn't know Rashina like that, but the way he was saying it was like, I don't know her like that, so I guess I could go. I'm like, nigga, who is you, nigga? Anyway, whatever. He said, Alexis is my connection, period, point blank. I said, well, then y'all both y'all asses can leave, go ride off in the sunset together, bye, okay? Anyway, I feel like Rashina is cool. They talk about non-negotiables. Will says faith in God. I roll my eyes because no, I don't, sir. That is such a blanket statement. There is what else? What else? Faith in God. He was like, I still love my Hennessy, but we gonna get this God thing for real. Y'all already know how I feel about religion, but I feel like he's saying what he thinks people want to hear. That's personally what I think. Jonathan says he feels like Rashina is a nice person and all, but he's a private guy and don't want to talk about what his non-negotiables are. Nigga, your non-negotiables, nigga. Didn't nobody ask you for the childhood trauma? Didn't nobody ask you for who bullied you on the playground when you was, in the 10th grade? Or do they play in the playground in 10th grade? When you was 10 years old in the 5th grade and shit. Didn't nobody ask you for no childhood trauma? How your mama left you or how your daddy went upside your head? Didn't nobody ask no shit like that? We just asked what your non-negotiables are, nigga. That's not no vulnerability. And if you think that's vulnerability, your ass need to go, okay? No, this nigga is playing games. He playing games, and he double backing with that damn baby, that wife/baby mama child. He fooling around with her still. He not for real. He is not for real. I said, oh man, Jonathan, that's terrible. What? That's terrible. I really thought that he was gonna be a halfway decent person, but oh well. Anyway, I wrote in my notes. I said, Will and Jonathan need to take their ass home. Jonathan gets up and leaves. Either production tells him to go, or he just decides it's time for him to wrap up. He looked like he wasn't interested in the first place, right? They did a sound bath and made shea butter. I guess they didn't put intentions within their shea butter that they were making. And Jonathan was complaining about the sound bowls. I said, anybody who complain about the sound bowls volume or anything like that, y'all got y'all some demons up in you. Y'all got demons in you. That's what that is. Anyway, so Jonathan gets up and leaves Will with Rashina, and I felt very uncomfortable for her. He was very forceful in his approach, and Will has this way of being forceful, but not physically forceful, but just like boxing you in with questions, boxing you in with like conversation, like just cornering you. It's a very aggressive approach, and I don't like it. And I know he's one of those type of dudes. There's like this whole underground layer, and y'all tell me what if y'all know about what I'm talking about. It's like this underground layer of men who use forceful tactics, insults, and things like that to get women's attention, right? It's like, don't treat a woman good. If you really want her, you need to treat her badly, or you need to do certain things to make her feel bad, question her self-esteem, like all that. He is that type of dude, right? He is that kind of dude to me. Anyway, we get into the ladies' lounge. All right, Alexis is already starting with the mess. She was like, I don't want to be with no catty bullshit. I don't want to. I said, girl, it can't all be them. Girl, it sound like it's you, girl, because Tommy literally said what goes on in the lounge stays in the lounge. You was running your mouth to Will, you running your mouth to Jonathan, you running your mouth to pretty much anybody who you running your mouth to Chaz. Girl, really? Okay, so Patrice says that Alonzo is playful, and she sometimes questions Alonzo. She said William never makes her, he makes her feel for sure. I said, go with that. Go with William. I feel like William is a genuine guy, and he really is trying to find a connection. I really, truly do. And I think Patrice should settle down with William. Alonzo, he about them games, child. Maya, she says that she connected with Justin. Rashina also says she connected with Justin, but the two of them, I really don't know if Justin really had any conversation. He said he's an open book, but maybe they edited out some of the stuff that he said, but I don't feel like they really dove too deep between any conversation between Maya or Rashina. So I don't know. Keep your good eye on him. I mean, he handsome, but keep your good eye on him. Alexis, again, still running her mouth. She telling people how her and Chaz almost kissed. Girl, stop. That was not for the people to know, girl. And Mika said it in the confessional. She says, look at her. See, almost doesn't count, girl. That's your problem. You run your mouth too much. It's true. It's true, girl. Okay. So then Patrice brings up the fact that Will approached her about sleeping on the floor. And she said, the only person I know who knew about that would be Alexis, because you went back and told Will. And she was like, I can't control what he does. So when you was telling Koshia that what are you doing to make these men approach you in the way that they approach you? What are you doing? It was her fault. But now when you enabling these niggas and giving them information that they don't need to know, and then they respond to it, you have no control, girl. I said, oh my God. And Patrice made it very, like, she was right. She was like, I felt unsafe, because that's the way that he approaches people. Like, it's very box you in, very forceful. I'm the man. I'm going to establish my dominance, because he doesn't feel dominant. He feels insecure. You could tell he's a very insecure man. Very insecure. So he feels like with women specifically, he needs to establish dominance, establish his forcefulness. And that's the way he approaches all of these women. That's how he approaches them. And Patrice was like, I felt unsafe, right? Because you've given him this ammo to come after me, and I don't know. And his approach is not cool. The man said 2 episodes ago he ready for war. Girl, war with women? And another thing, I forgot to mention this. How in the hell? Okay, so in the ladies' lounge, when not Rashina, because I get them mixed up. When Patrice called Alexis to the carpet and said, listen, you're sharing information with Will. And when he approached me, I felt unsafe. When Tommy decided to try to break up the back and forth between Patrice and Alexis, he didn't even call out Alexis for sharing what was going on in the lunch. I said, Tommy, his response was, oh, everybody's journey is different, and when y'all start crossing the lines, it gets messy. What the fuck does that mean, Tommy? You needed to tell Alexis she need to stop sharing stuff in the lounge. We need to get another host. Either add one more host to keep people in check, or switch somebody up, because I'm sick of Tommy, because he don't be holding people accountable, and it gets on my nerves, because he literally says in the beginning of the episode, before the whole season starts, what happens in the lounge stays in the lounge, and Alexis is a blatant chatty patty. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm done. We wrapping up eliminations, okay? So they're the curveball is they have to send 2 men home. And I said, I hope to God it's Will and Jonathan. And baby, yes, it is. It was the universe working in my favor. Praise God. It was Will and Jonathan took their raggedy asses home. Okay. So Will, Jonathan, and William, 3 of them on the chopping block. Maya takes out William. Maya and William say that they're each other's strongest connection, but this is their first time going out on a date. I'm confusing y'all. Please tell me if y'all was confused as well, because I was like, what the fuck? How's y'all this? Huh? Anyway, okay, so Vanessa and Will. Vanessa said, Will, you're too chatty. You too much of a chatty patty for me. Okay. And Will was like, listen, if Alexis is gonna tell me who she ride for, because I ride for her, and nigga, this not that type of nigga. This ain't Survivor, nigga. This ain't Traitors, nigga. Okay, this ain't that. Okay, if you really looking for love, you need to take all that aggression and all that insecurity and all that bullshit to the therapist. Okay, look for your ass for some therapist. Ready for therapy is what we should be calling this damn show for his ass. Okay, Alexis and Jonathan. Jonathan says he apologizes for hurting her feelings. Jonathan, let me stop you right there, sir. That's how I know you full of shit. All right. You did not hurt her feelings. You violated her personal space. That girl, when they pulled her off of you, okay, her body language, she crumpled up like she needed to try to protect herself or shield herself, because you violated her space. You did not hurt her feelings. You violated her space. And the fact that Jonathan did not address it in the way that he should have, let me know that he full of shit too. Okay. I said, no, you didn't hurt her feelings, sir. Hurt somebody's feelings is saying something crazy. Okay. Saying something crazy. No. If you notice, before Jonathan did what he did, Alexis's back was, her posture was up, her chest was out, not her breast, but her chest. You know, she had a good posture. She was feeling confident and strong in herself. And after Jonathan did what he did, she then went down, right? She crumpled up. She made herself small. I said, no, Jonathan, you violated her space, and that's what you need. You need to address it as such. Anyway, I'm gonna go off. Alexis tells him he ain't ready for love, and she starts to cry. I say, girl, I don't know what the fuck for. That nigga violated you and had no problem doing it, and to this day ain't even addressing it in the way that he should. But you know what? You so male identified. You so much of not of a girl's girl that you don't give. You want to be here for these niggas and try to, girl. And I'm not even finna go off. They tell Will he ain't ready for love and he a chatty patty, he can go home. He says, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. I said, bitch, you finna cry in the motherfucking car. Shut your ass up. Oh. Insecure ass. All right. And then Jonathan was like, yeah, I'm ready for love, some more self-awareness and all this stuff. Nigga, go on. He knows the words, the buzzwords. He been on Twitter scrolling and looking at the therapy buzzwords, but that nigga ain't going. Okay. He ain't doing no type of work. Talking he don't want to be vulnerable with nobody and then turn around and somebody say that, it's not working out. That's the risk you take. Anyway, child, bye. Good riddance to bad rubbish, okay? Anyway, y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Did y'all want Will to go home? Did y'all think William should went home? What did y'all think? I think William is genuine. I really do. And Alexis need to take her ass home. It look like LeBron gonna have a vendetta child. I'm not mad at him, okay? But I'm also side-eyeing why the hell Mika and LaRon going on a date. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Here we get these leftover ass relationships and don't nobody end up being together because they ain't really want to be together. All right, let me hush. I'm getting my blood pressure worked up. Let me relax. Woo-sa, woo-sa. Anyway, get down in the comments, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.